This is going to be the instructional video without music for Egyptian King. At the very beginning, there's a solo, and we are just going to stand with our heads down. And it's going to start off, he's been dead for a very long time, but his tomb was an archaeological find. Now he's coming with his jewels, silver and gold. So this whole time our heads down, we're standing super duper still. When the soloist says a magnificent sight for us to behold, we're going to lift our heads up. A magnificent sight for us to behold. Then the next thing, the very first part where we as the chorus are going to come in is going to say, Egyptian King is coming here. And we're going to do the little Egyptian movement where we're going to start this way and our hands are going to go in opposite direction. So we'll have a little bend in our arms and our hands. One palm's going to be down and the back palm is going to be up. And so we're just going to pump them in opposite directions. It's kind of a weird sensation, and then if we can do our head kind of shifting it forward at the same time. So it goes a little bit better with the music, but we're going to say Egyptian King is coming here. We're going to switch to the other side here, and then we're going to go with the beat a little bit. I think it ends up being about 4 times on each side, but we'll kind of play with that with the music. And then it's going to say, so Egyptian King is coming here. And then the next words are, he's going to put us on, he's going to put us on the who's list. That's very clear. So we'll go from here and we're going to say, he's going to put us on the who's list. That's very clear. So what we're going to do is clap our hands overhead. He's going to put us on the who's list. I think it's going to only work out with the music that we just do it 1, 2, 3 times. So we're kind of moving our arms and our head in opposite direction, okay? He's going to put us on the who's list. It might only be 2 times with the music. It'll show better when I do it with the music. That's very clear. So all we're doing is just kind of making a water type movement with our hands, or like a magician kind of movement, and we'll just cross out all the way down to about our hip with the music. So that's very clear. We're going to start doing the same thing again, even though the words are different. Egyptian King in his majesty. So Egyptian King in his majesty, again about 3-4 times, is going to give us a glimpse of his ancient royalty. So we're going to do the same thing. It's going to give us a glimpse of his ancient royalty. And that kind of gets held out for a little bit. Then it's going to go into the solo again. And it's going to say, his wealth is known both far and wide, and it's never been matched, though many have tried. Yes, his story is surrounded by such mystique. This Egyptian king is quite unique. And during that time, his wealth is known both far and wide. We are just going to go, his wealth is known both far and wide. And it'll kind of go with the beat. So it's kind of prayer hands, but our elbows are up. So normally we do prayer hands like this. We're going to have our elbows up, and we're just going to kind of go with the beat. We're going to kind of keep our hands still, but our shoulders are going to kind of shift. Almost, we don't want to touch our shoulder to our hands, but kind of in that motion, okay? So we're going to go center, side, center, side, center, side. And if you need to bend your knee a little bit to help you move, that should be fine. But again, you'll see that a little bit better with the music because we'll kind of go with the beat. Then after the this Egyptian king is quite unique, we'll put our hands back down our side on quite unique. And then we go right back into Egyptian king is coming here. So Egyptian king is coming here. He's going to put us on the who's list. That's very clear. Egyptian king in his majesty is going to give us a glimpse of his ancient royalty. And then it's going to say, come and get a glimpse of his ancient royalty. So we're going to say, or we're going to do, come get a glimpse of his ancient royalty. And I think we get about 4 little bounces. But again, we're going to do the question mark. And we're going to kind of shift our shoulders. But we're going to try and leave we're going to do our head back and forth and try to leave our shoulders where they are. So, come and get a glimpse of the ancient royalty. And then the beat kind of changes a little bit. Come see the Egyptian king, we say twice. And we're going to do our hands, and we're going to try and do them going in the opposite direction. Just kind of making it mystique-like. So, come see the Egyptian king. We're going to put our hands over our head. And I think we get a little movement there too. And then we do it again. Come see the Egyptian king. Kind of gets held out a little bit. Then put our hands down. And then Egyptian king is the last part of it. And we just are going to do Egyptian king. And then at the very end, when the music kind of dies down, we're just going to put our heads back down. And that's it. Thanks, y'all.